Hi everyone, I'm Liz, and welcome back to Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch for Flosstube episode 84. Definitely should have checked that first. Hi everyone! Did you miss me? I'm back. I think it's been over a month since my last video. Yeah, but hi. I'm back from all my travels. I just posted my wedding vlog last night, so if you missed that, I'll try to do the fancy linking in the video, or you can just find the link in the description box. I've gotten so many wonderful comments on that video. Thank you guys so much for enjoying it. It was just like so fun to put together for myself, and then also to share it with all my family and friends and all of you guys. It was a really magical day. We didn't hire a videographer, just a photographer, so that's why a lot of the sections are just photos, but our photographers did an excellent job and we got a lot of really good shots. And so I'm just so pleased with how everything turned out. And I'm proud of myself for remembering to film at least a few clips. I feel like most of what I filmed was on the bachelorette night. I guess tipsy Margarita Liz is, hands-on with the camera. So I hope you enjoyed that look. I said it at the wedding. I'm going to say it again to any of my friends who are watching. Thank you to everyone who came out for our destination wedding. And I'm so sorry you all got COVID. Yeah, in case you missed my wedding video, about half of the wedding, I think we had 25 confirmed positive COVID cases after our wedding. That was kind of my nightmare. I talked about it in the vlog. And, it happened. So the first two people to get sick got sick on Sunday, and then we had positive cases roll in on Monday. Tuesday is when Rob got sick. Wednesday is when I tested positive. This was like all July 1st time, like right after the wedding, or like the end of June. And as you can hear from my voice, I'm sick again. So I didn't get COVID symptoms 2 weeks ago when I tested positive, or a week and a half ago. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. But yeah, I never got any symptoms. I just tested positive. So we isolated, etc. We came home. I tested negative. I went to work in person one day last week because I was testing negative and I needed to go in. And, but then that night, after I got home from work, I really started feeling like I had a sinus infection, and I was like, ugh, am I getting a sinus infection? What's going on? And then Friday I took a COVID test and it was positive. So I don't know if this is just a continuation of what I had a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, or if this is a new case. I don't think it's a new case. I think it must just be that for some reason I went negative and now I'm back to positive. I don't know. Luckily, the only symptoms I have right now are just sinus pressure, congestion. I coughed a bunch yesterday, but I'm not really coughing today. So I thought I would try to film. And sorry, I keep hitting this box if you're hearing a noise. I've got so much stuff. Anyways, the COVID update, because I know a lot of people left comments on my wedding video yesterday. I know I ended it kind of abruptly with just we have COVID, bye. Luckily, everybody has a very mild case and most people are over it. My mom and dad, my dad was sicker than my mom, but they both got better really quickly. My dad, unfortunately, did test positive again this weekend, the same as I did. He's feeling better, but we don't know. My sister Sarah tested positive right after she got home, on Tuesday or something. And then she's been testing positive for over a week now. And she feels better, but she's just still testing positive. So for some reason, it just seems to linger. But everybody is doing well. There, you know, there was nobody in our group that was hospitalized or anything. Everybody, like the worst everybody had was just like 2 or 3 days of symptoms. And most people didn't even really get symptoms, which was great. I mean, as great as it can be for getting COVID. So yeah, everyone's doing well. It's just like the lingering positive tests and kind of the lingering nasal crud, you know, that is happening to some of us. So hopefully we all get that sorted out and can test negative soon. Yeah. Like, what else do I have to say? There's so much. I don't know where to start. So the wedding was amazing. The wedding week, we were there Tuesday through Sunday in Las Vegas. It was like just magical, beautiful. I mean, my wedding planner, like I told her at the end of the night, I was like, this is my dream wedding. Everything happened without a hitch. Like there was no weird wedding day debacles, you know, where you're like, oh my God, this is happening. I think the only hiccup that turned out to be 100% fine is that I didn't realize the florist wasn't providing flower girl baskets and that I needed to. So we didn't have any flower girl baskets. But instead, we had a bridesmaid who last minute had to drop out because her kids got the flu and then she got strep. Oh, Alana, you were missed, and I'm so sorry you were dealing with that. But so we had an extra bouquet. So the flower girl, my niece Sophia, just held the bouquet, and then we used the extra flower petals to line the aisle. So like, that's the only thing that went wrong, just because I misunderstood that I needed to bring flower girl baskets. So yeah, I mean, I think that's like, everything else was just so perfect. Like the whole day went so smoothly. I didn't even realize, I guess, like how attentive like the catering and wait staff would be to us, and like bringing us drinks every time, you know, ours looked a little low, bringing us food, bringing us cake. Like, you know, it was a buffet wedding, but like we got kind of catered to. It was amazing. And during photos, you know, the bartenders were giving us our favorite drinks to have on hand while we were doing photos. And I don't know, the flowers were perfect and beautiful, and my dress, my sparkle princess pony dress. You can't, I mean, the photos make it look magical, but the dress was so much sparklier in person. It's just too hard to get on video or camera. I think the photo that best shows its sparkliness is this one that I posted on Instagram. But it just like glowed in the lights. It was my favorite thing. I really loved my dress. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk about the wedding too much because I posted a whole video about it, but if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll answer them. My dad watched the video I posted last night, and his only comment was that there wasn't enough of him in it. So I might have to make like a dad only edit and, you know, like put up all the pictures of my dad. Oh, the other best thing about the wedding, besides like getting married, eternal love, family, friends, besides all that, was that Kathleen, Situation Normal, my YouTube, Flosstube, and now real life bestie, she came to my wedding and to the bachelorette party, and it was just so much fun to meet her in person. We FaceTime a lot and of course text all the time. So like we know each other, but like, you know, we haven't hung out in person. And so, you know, seeing her in the hotel lobby when we're getting ready to, you know, like go out to the bachelorette party, and I'm just like running to her like rom-com slow motion style. And I'm like, Kathleen, trying not to embarrass myself. And my other friends who were like, oh, I thought y'all knew each other. I'm like, not in person. It was like the best blind date ever. She is like a supermodel. She's my beautiful tropical fish. If anybody watched Parks and Rec, I feel like I'm Leslie Knope and she's my Ann Perkins, and I love her. We had such a good time. So Kathleen, thank you again for you and Brad making the trip out to Las Vegas. And I think you guys probably shut down Target, right? She was telling me how much fun they had at Target because they don't have Target in Canada. And it was just really funny to me because, like, I mean, there's just differences. I haven't been to Canada since I was like 19. So Kathleen, you're gonna have to tell me all the shops that I have to check out in Canada that we don't have in the US when I come visit you. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all the news and updates. I definitely need to plan a new honeymoon sometime soon since COVID made us stay inside with Netflix and pizza. And I definitely need to pick a place that isn't 112 degrees. Okay, yeah. Anybody who lives in Southern California who watches me, did I not mention Palm Springs ever in my videos? I thought I did about our honeymoon, but next time I need to get some more opinions about where we're going because I definitely didn't look into it enough. It was too hot. Okay, so despite being gone for a month or so, I have no cross stitch finishes or FFOs to show you. I did a lot of stitching, stitched almost every day except for probably Wednesday through Saturday of the wedding week. I just had like no time, except for a little bit on my wedding day, which I'll show you later. But yeah, I still got a lot done. I just didn't finish anything. So let me show you what I have been working on. I worked on Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut for really the last 2 weeks before the wedding. This was the main thing that I had sitting out on my couch spot, and this is what I've been working on. And so I've got a lot of progress. Let's see, I wish I had a before photo. Do y'all watch Frizzy Lizzy Stitches? Elizabeth always does the like last time you saw it and now photos, and that's a really good idea. And I really like seeing those, so I might have to try that. But this is where it's at now. I finished that second house down on the bottom and started the third house and pulled the border across the top, and I actually pulled the border across the bottom and up, but then realized I was a stitch off and it was going to mess up too many things, and I ripped it all out. And Rob watched me and was like, how much do you have to take out? And I was like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, let's not let's not talk about it. Yeah, but I absolutely love this. I'm stitching mine on 36 count Zweigart limestone that I over dyed with a little bit of tan and brown and gray Rit dye to get the color I wanted. It's supposed to be approximating tin roof, but I think my color is a little bit lighter and greener than tin roof. I don't know. I love the color I got, but it's not exactly the called for. And I'm using all the called for colors though. And I'm stitching 1/2. I get that question a lot when I mention 36 count because I stitch on 75% of the time I'm stitching on 36 count, and I always stitch 1 strand over 2 on 36 count. I think I talked about this in my stitching in hand video, but one of my tips or tricks for efficient stitching is stitching with 1 strand instead of 2. It's just quicker. It just is. You don't have to worry about your threads tangling, twisting, knotting, whatever. 1 strand is quicker than 2. And 36 count is easier for me to see than 40 count. I mean, I can see 40 count, but 36 count is quicker. So 1 strand on 36 count is my go-to because it's the quickest and I love it. I mean, I love stitching on 40 count too, and I have a lot of projects. That's probably like 20% of my stitching is on 40 count, 75% on 36, and then the other 5%, a mix of 28, 32, perforated paper, 20 count linen, random needlepoint, you know, like the other 5% is a mix. So that is Land That I Love. The next project I have is my Summer House Stitchworks Harmony something. I've lost the not lost, the cover sheet's put away. I had like a working copy that I travel with. So I'll put a picture up here for you. And here is where I'm at. So I have the top of the pincushion completely done, and I'm working on the band that'll eventually go around all 4 sides of the pincushion. And so this has always been my travel project. I've worked on it mostly in Las Vegas while we were planning the wedding. And so of course I had to bring it with me, but literally the only time I stitched on it, I did all this blue stitching on my wedding day while I was in my wedding dress. And my sister took a little short clip, and I have a picture of it, and I just, you know, I had to stitch in my wedding dress. So I'm stitching mine on 36 count Picture This Plus Legacy Linen 1 strand. and it's just 2 colors, and I think it's beautiful. And now I don't have any more Vegas trips planned right now, so I'm just gonna have to finish up this band at home and get this put together. So the stitching part should take like 2 more hours or something if I just sit down and do it. And then I'll actually have to just do the finishing, which I've finished the block parties by Hands On Design. I've done that meow block party. So I feel like this will be a very similar mattress style finish. But this linen is soft, and the other linen I used was Witchell, which was hard, like stiff. And so I wonder how that will be, because the stiffness kind of helped with that finishing. So we'll see how it goes when I'm using this very soft Picture This Plus. But, oh, actually, did I say 36 count? This is actually a 40 count. This is left over from a 40 count project. So yeah. Anyways, that is Harmony. Why am I saying the name when I don't even know it? Okay. Okay, and then I had 2 new starts on the honeymoon, and the first one was the Spring Bouquet Octi from Mill Hill that I showed you guys in my wedding video that I packed. And I'm making this as a little ornament for Rob's office Christmas tree. And let me see, maybe if I'll put the thread behind it. Here is where I am, about halfway through with little Octi. This is just such a fun, like, easy travel project. I love these Mill Hill kits and any kind of, like the Satsuma Street perforated paper kits. When I was in Las Vegas, the last time before the wedding, I met up with Barb Nevada Stitcher on Instagram, and we, why am I blanking? Christy, why can't I think of your channel name? Java Girl Stitches and Fiona's Craft Cottage. Anyways, the 3 of us went out to lunch, and Barb gave me some of these little embroidery floss cards. What are they called? Floss cards, right? Anyways, and so these are perfect for Mill Hill kits, where they give you just like a whole like handful of threads and tell you like, have fun. And so I used one of those cards that she gave me for this Mill Hill project, and it's perfect. So thank you, Barb. And then the second new start that I had on the honeymoon was my Bent Creek haunted house. So I know there's at least a couple of you out there who have been waiting for me to start this because you want to start yours. So I posted about this on Instagram last week, but in case you missed it, I did start my haunted house while on the honeymoon, while we were in the throes of COVID, and Rob was sleeping like 20 hours a day. And I was like, I guess I'm contagious, but I don't feel bad yet, so I'm just gonna stitch. And I made a lot of progress on this. And I've also been stitching on this since we got home. We've been home a week and a couple days. I don't know. What is time? We're home. But yes, I've been stitching on this one here. And so, actually, let me show you. This is the 2nd floor of the house. And then this is the 3rd floor with the ghosts in the attic. And so here is where I am. I think this is so cute. So obviously I changed my fabric. I'm stitching mine on 36 count Seraphim fabrics, and it's called Bump in the Night. And I just thought it was so perfect. Just do like kind of a spooky haunted gray. I feel like it looks, well, it's like kind of a purpley blue gray. It's really pretty. And I feel like the colors still work on it. The white really pops off. So I've got the 1st floor and almost the entire 2nd floor done. And so pretty soon I get to start on the little ghosts that go up in the attic, which are really cute. And I actually really like stitching white on this piece because it pops so much. So I'm excited to get all those little ghosts in. But yeah, I think this might actually be a finish for Halloween this year if I keep going on this. So we'll see what happens. I feel like every time I do a Flosstube, because I like bring all the projects from all over my little hidey holes, you know, like where I stitch in the house. And that like kind of resets me. And then I'm like, okay, what do I want to work on? Because nothing is where I last left it. And so like this has been at my spot in the living room since we got home. And so I've been making a ton of progress on it. And now I'm like, okay, I need to put it back there. Otherwise I'm going to grab a different project, and then that's going to become my living room project that I work on a ton. So these are the thoughts I have about my cross stitch. Oh, I guess I should mention I am using all of the called for colors. I haven't added any of the beads or snaps or things that came with the kit yet because they called for 28 count, I believe, or was it 32? Oh no, it was 32. And I'm stitching on 36, so I'll see how big the beads and things look, and then I'll just make substitutions as I think it's needed. But yeah, I think it's turning out pretty cute. Okay, so other than cross stitch, I've also been doing some other sewing and crafting. And the first thing is that I made a ring bearer pillow for Rob's ring. And I don't know where it is. I just searched our suitcases. So Allison, did you guys take it home? I'm really hoping I didn't somehow leave it. I really thought it was in one of my suitcases. I'll have to text my mom and sisters and see if one of them came home with a ring pillow, because now I'm like, who even had that at the end of the night? I don't know. Anyways, I did take pictures. I'll put a picture in. I used some of that Ruby Star Society Octopus fabric that I showed you guys I got a while back and wasn't sure what to do with. So I used some of it to make Rob a ring bearer pillow. We had 2 ring bearers, both my nephews, who looked adorable, and they each wanted to carry a pillow. So I used a white pillow that was store-bought, that my mom bought for, I think, Allison's wedding, or maybe Lynn's, I don't remember. But we had that on hand, and then I made Rob's pillow, so they each had one to hold. And I was going to make a ring bearer pillow with my I'll put it on the screen. The like forever always you, or you always forever. Anyways, but I decided I didn't want to put, like, I would have had to put like ribbon or a button or something through the center of the stitching, and I decided I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to just finish it as a little wedding keepsake pillow, and I'm going to add our wedding date to it. But so then I just used a store-bought white lacy pillow for my ring, and then the cute little octopus one for Rob's ring, and he really liked it. I didn't show it to him till like a couple days before when I was all done with it. That was like a last minute thing. So yeah, hopefully we still have it somewhere. I can recreate it. I've still got the velveteen and the fabric, but that's weird. I don't know where it went. So that was one project. And the other project, or another project, I have multiple, another project that I started like 3 days before we left for Vegas. I think I was like a little manic and like avoiding packing. So I decided to try English paper piecing. Yeah, I started a new hobby. I was watching Nicole's needlework, and she showed, I think it's called an Ohio Star or Ohio something. Ooh, I'm forgetting. But she decided she wanted to make a quilt, but then wanted to change the size or do something different. So she had some like leftover pieces, and she made a project bag out of some English paper pieced blocks, and it looked beautiful. And I was like, I want an English paper pieced project bag. The reason I've avoided English paper piecing in the past is because of how tedious hand sewing seems, even though I hand sew thousands and millions of crosses to make cross stitch. I, for some reason, just don't like hand sewing in any other context at all. So I've always avoided English paper piecing, but I was like, I bet I could tolerate it enough to make a super cute project bag. So I got some pre-cut hexies on Amazon. I already had my little sew line glue stick pen, and I had a little charm pack of, I think this is Midnight Magic 2 by, is it April Rosenthal? I'm forgetting. It's like a Moda Midnight Magic. And so then I made tons of tiny, adorable little hexies. And by tons, I think I made like 15 or 20 of them. And I had the intention of bringing these on the honeymoon to hand stitch, because I wouldn't need a pattern. I could just put 2 together and hand stitch them, right? I watched like 8 Tula Pink English paper piecing videos the weekend before we went on our wedding trip. But I didn't end up bringing this with me because I didn't have the right needles on hand, and I would have had to order them, and those would not have gotten here in time before the trip. So I need to order the correct thin needles that you need to sew your English paper piecing together. You can't really use embroidery needles because they're blunt, and you want like a really sharp needle to go through this stuff. So yes, as soon as I have the right needles, I'm going to get back to this, and I've still got the rest of my little mini charm pack. I will say that these mini charms, or these little hexagons, don't go as far as you think they will. I started laying out what I had, and so I think it's going to be a pretty small project bag, so I'll see what I end up making with these. But I don't know, it's just super fun. So I'll put up pictures I took of all of these laying out together so you can see them, but they're all so cute. So yeah, English paper piecing. I don't think it's going to be like cross stitch or quilting for me in terms of I'm going to do it all the time, but it's way easier than I thought it was in terms of making all the little hexies. I just started with a charm square, cut it down freehand. I didn't use a template or anything. And then just used the glue stick method to wrap the hexie. I would recommend Tula Pink's beginners or getting started series that I think she did with that quarter shop. I believe that was at their studio. Anyways, they were great. So yeah, I got started on English paper piecing since I last saw you guys. The other sewing project that I've been working on over the last month has been my hourglass, wait, no, I always mess up the title, Fat Quarter Hourglass Remix Quilt. I am doing a quilt along series on YouTube, and I needed to get my quilt top put together for the next video. So I did a lot of sewing to make all my blocks, and well, I think I was done sewing last time we saw each other, but I had to trim all the blocks, like 80 blocks. It was a lot. So I got them all trimmed, and then when I got home, I was able to lay them out and sew together my quilt top. So of course I'll put in a big photo for you, but here it is. I am so happy with how it turned out. Let me show you the big version. And yeah, I'm really excited to get the quilt top put together, get the last video, or not the last video, the next video put up so I can get this sent out for quilting. And just a reminder, I mentioned it in my last video, and of course I'll mention it in my next quilt video, but if anyone is sewing along with me on this project and you are looking for someone to long arm quilt your quilt, the Keystone Sisters Quilting business company, the sisters behind Keystone Quilting, they have offered a really generous discount to anyone who is making this quilt. And so I had the information for that in my last video, and I'll put it in my next quilting video, of course. And so in my next quilting video, I'm going to talk about putting together the quilt top and prepping your quilt to be sent out to a long arm quilter, or prepping it for you to quilt yourself, which would be on a long arm. I don't quilt on my home machine, so I can't really offer too many tips and tricks in terms of quilting on a home machine. I've just done basic small projects, you know, like adding quilting to project bags and pillows and things like that. I just don't like to quilt big quilts at home, so I always long arm. So yeah, I'll hopefully have that video up this next week, depending on if COVID keeps me feeling down or if I'm feeling okay like I am today. So yes, I think that's all the sewing I've been doing. I have a lot more sewing in mind that I want to do. I have a lot of projects lined up and a lot to show you in haul. So let's do some happy mail and haul, and then I've got a giveaway too to announce. Oh my gosh, you know what else I forgot to say at the start of this video? This is my 2-year anniversary on YouTube. Party horse! I realized that on July 5th, of 2020 was my very first video, and last year I did, I think it was at a 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers. I hit some big number last year, like right as I hit my 1-year anniversary, and had a big huge you know, giveaway and celebration. Of course, this year I was just getting home from wedding and COVID, and so I didn't have anything planned, but I thought about it yesterday that I needed to say that it's my 2-year anniversary on Flosstube. So yay for 2 years. I'm also about to hit 15,000 subscribers. I think I'm like 100 away from that, which is banana pants. So maybe in my next Flosstube video, I'll get together like a fun giveaway of all the fun stuff that I have waiting in the wings. So yes. Okay. Sorry, that was a side note because I realized at the start of the video I meant to mention the 2-year anniversary and I totally forgot. So whatever. But I do have the giveaway for the Cherry Hill Stitchery charts that I will do at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that if you entered. I have one piece of Happy Mail and then a lot of haul. Okay, my one piece of Happy Mail is actually from the Fat Quarter Shop, and it is their 6-inch vintage kite quilt block foundation paper. And I am very excited about this. I have mentioned to you before when they've sent me foundation paper, I was kind of like unsure because I don't love paper piecing, but I really love this quilt block, and I don't think I would want to figure out how to sew it without paper. Like, I don't know if you can sew this without paper piecing, but I really love this quilt block. And so I'm really happy they sent this because I really want to try out some of these blocks, and I feel like they would look really good. Like they're showing it with the Lori Holt. Oh, this is specifically Lori Holt vintage block series. Ooh, that means there's going to be more. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, so yeah, I need to stock up on my Lori Holt fat quarters, and I think I want to do some sort of scrappy something with this because this is so cool. So thank you, Fat Quarter Shop. I'll link these below if you're interested. And this was sent to me free of charge from Fat Quarter Shop for showing it off on my Flosstube. So sometimes I get questions about what I show versus what I buy. I always will say the Fat Quarter Shop sent me this, like, you know, like for free. And I also shop with them, so you'll see I've got a ton of haul, and a lot of it is from them, and that's all stuff I bought myself because I have shopped with them since I was like 22, 2000, maybe I was like 23, 24. It's like 2005. So when I was in college is when I started quilting, and I discovered Fat Quarter Shop that was like 30 minutes away from my college town, and they never had a storefront, but the 30 minutes away part meant that the mail order was super quick. So I have shopped with them forever and ever, and I love that now they want to send me products. Yes, please, anytime. Because I've just been a customer of theirs forever. So anyways, just thought I'd mention that because some people have left comments asking about how the Fat Quarter Shop stuff works. So that's it. Haul. Let's see. Starting with my Fine Floss Club from Fat Quarter Shop that I pay for, that I sign up for. All this stuff is stuff that I bought. Haven't even opened this, so let's do a live. Just gonna Hulk out. We've been rewatching, I'm gonna look for scissors while I talk. We've been rewatching all the Thor movies because we're very excited about the new Thor movie coming out, or it's already out. We just haven't bought tickets yet. Thor Ragnarok is like one of my favorite movies, and I say that as a person who had never seen a Marvel movie until the pandemic. During the pandemic, I let Rob convince me to watch all the Marvel movies in order of like, I think it's just in order. I don't think it's like a weird Star Wars timeline thing. And so now I've seen them all, love them, most of them. And Thor Ragnarok is definitely my favorite. And so we just watched that last night. So that's why Hulk is in my head. In case you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, Hulk is great in it. Anyways, okay, off topic. The Fine Floss Club. I got Very Violet this month, which is gorgeous. This is the June club. I really love this club because I think I've mentioned it before. I stitch a lot of, well, I don't know if I've stitched a ton. I have stitched a ton of Liz Matthews. I haven't stitched a ton of Kathy Barrick, but I collect both of their charts. And they always, not always, but most of the time call for NPI. And so I have a huge stash now to pick from, and it's super great because then I have most of the colors on hand. And I love it. Okay, next up, I got a big order from Kitten Stitcher. Let me get it out of this plastic. So Kitten Stitcher, a while back, sometime in June, sent a newsletter being like, I have new Blackbird fabrics. And I hadn't pre-ordered any because I hope this isn't a controversial take, but as much as I love Blackbird Designs cross stitch, like they're my number one most favorite cross stitch designer, I don't love their fabric. And I don't say that like I don't love the prints and I don't love the colors. Their fabrics are beautiful, stunning, amazing. I just don't tend to quilt with those types of fabrics. I, as you can see from behind me, love bright, colorful, bold, modern-ish scrappy, Lori Holt style, like just very colorful fabric for quilting. That's just how it's always been for some reason. I love Blackbird Designs cross stitch, but as much as I love Blackbird's designs, I just don't ever really work with their fabric. So anyways, so I didn't pre-order it because I was like, it's beautiful, but like, it's just gonna sit on my shelf and I don't know what I'll do with it. But then, Kit Stitcher was like, I have yardage. And I decided I probably needed to make myself a project bag out of Blackbird Designs to hold one of my projects. So I jumped on her website along with apparently 2,000 other eager people because she sent out multiple emails being like, okay guys, your orders are shipping. It's going to be a while. All of you ordered at the same time. So here are the Blackbird Designs fabrics that I picked out. This is the blue sampler fabric. And I just think this is gorgeous. And I'm kind of hoping I can fussy cut 2 panels to use as like the front of a bag, or maybe fussy cut one and like do a long bag. I don't know. We'll see. But I got a yard of the blue sampler fabric, and then I got a yard of the colorful sampler fabric. And so I don't really know exactly what I'll do with these yet, but I just wanted to have them because I know they're going to sell out, and I know I want a project bag with some Blackbird Designs because I always have Blackbird Design projects on the go. I'm sure it's like 5 of my whips are Blackbird Designs right now. And then I also got one other fabric that's a Moda fabric that I just thought was adorable. It's old yardsticks, basically. And as somebody who used to work at Hancock Fabrics back in college, we had all of the yardsticks, and I don't know. And I remember growing up, like my mom always had yardsticks with like different various branding on them in the house. Like I just remember yardsticks being around. Is that weird? Anyway, so this fabric with all the various different yardsticks, I'm just obsessed with, and I think this would be super cute on a project bag as well. So as like an accent fabric or something. So I got a piece of this. And let's see if it says what collection it's from so I can tell you guys. She Who Sews by Riley Blake Designs. I also got this older Blackbird Designs Halloween book that she had in stock called Tricks or Treat, because it had a lot of really cute little Halloween ornaments, which I kind of want to make some more of. So I grabbed that. And then I think, is this the last thing? Then I got 4 fat quarters of linen. Don't anyone let me buy any more linen until I go to Quilter Station. And then I'm going to buy like, yards of linen. But none until then. Keep me accountable. JK, you don't have to. This is, let's see, I don't think it says the brand on here, just the color. So let me see if I can find it on my receipt. Okay, this is 40 count cappuccino by Fiber on a Whim. Just beautiful, perfect sampler neutral. And then this one is 36 count parchment Fiber on a Whim, which you can see is just a greener, yellower version. Well, you can see them. Why am I describing colors to you when I'm holding them up in front of my face? So parchment and cappuccino. And then this is 36 count Barb's Blend by R&R Fabrics. I already have a piece of this and I knew I wanted more. I think I just bought a fat 1/8 for a project, and so I was like, let me get a fat quarter so I don't feel like I'm out of it. And then what is this last one? Oh, Golden Olive by XJU Design. So this is my first ever purchase from XJU Design Fabrics, and I've heard such good things, so I'm very excited to try this out. So 36 count Golden Olive. Here it is compared to Parchment Fiber on a Whim. You can kind of see they're similar tone, but this obviously is a lot more modeling than the XJU designs. And then I'll just hold up. Here are all the fabrics I bought. Just a range of neutrals, but I love them. Oh, and then the last thing I got from Kitten Stitcher is she had these Ginger, I think these were like the 40th year anniversary print or something. These are from like last year, a couple years ago, and she had them on clearance. or like half off. I don't know, they were cheap. And I love the Ginger scissors. So I got myself a new pair of Ginger embroidery scissors. So love those. I did a little order from 123 Stitch before we went on our trip of some Mill Hill kits, including the Octopus one that I started. And I also got the Seagull, which I absolutely love. Growing up here in Texas, we always went to the Gulf Coast, and so specifically Crystal Beach, which is south of Galveston. It's kind of between Galveston and Port Arthur, where my parents grew up. So they grew up going to the Bolivar Peninsula, to Crystal Beach, and so did we. And we're gonna go there again this year. So I got this little Seagull. And then I also got the little football with a blue star. So this doesn't say anything about it being for the Dallas Cowboys, but with the blue star, I know it's for the Cowboys. So I had to get this little football kit because end of summer is approaching and it's almost football season, baby. Oh, I hate how much I love football. Why do I like that violent sport? I wish I didn't. I can't stand boxing or any other violent sports, but I love football. I blame my dad. Okay, sorry it's a lot of haul. Hope you're still hanging in there. I also got my latest Lindy Stitches Bird Crush Club, and this is the American Avocet or Avocet. I'm not actually sure how you say this. It's a beautiful bird, and the Threadworks thread that she sent along is just perfect. Super pretty. I love the color of this frame. I love this whole piece. This might be the first one I stitch out of the club. I've been collecting all of the club charts, but I haven't started any yet. I've been kind of just like, I don't know. I kind of wanted to get them all and then look at them and decide what I'm going to do. But yeah, this one is definitely, I think, my favorite one so far. I love it. So I think she has spots open on her website if you're interested. I'll put a link down below if you're interested. She is not asking me to do this. I buy this with my own money. I just think it's great. And if you're into birds, and also these are super cute frames. These are from Signed and Numbered on Etsy, which I've mentioned before. They are excellent quality. So I really want to have an excuse to buy one of these round frames. So anyways, another reason I'm part of this club. Okay, I got another Fat Quarter Club shipment. I'm part of the Moda Fat Quarter Club at Fat Quarter Shop, and I got the Nantucket Summer Petite Fat Quarter Bundle. And these are just gorgeous blues and greens, which, looking at this, I probably wouldn't make a quilt that it was just all blues and greens because that's just not my style. But I am delighted to be able to add more blue and green to my Fat Quarter stash back here. I don't think I ever talked about it in a video, but I've been trying to organize in here, and obviously I stalled out because the shelf is nonsense. But for all my fat quarters, I folded them all the same way and got these little bins and baskets. And I don't know if they'll stay this way. I like them this way because you can see them, but it might be more practical just have them as like pull-out bins rather than on their side like this. But I'm excited to have more blue and green to pull from when I'm making kind of scrappy stuff. Which, speaking of scrappy stuff, I got Lori Holt's new book. So did everyone in the world. I saw so many people posting about this on Instagram, and I too was very excited. I pre-ordered this right when it was announced, and so it came with a free, I think I got this free for pre-ordering. It's called So Scrappy Spools, and then I got her book, which is absolutely gorgeous. I picked a couple favorites. Let me see if I can find them real quick to show you the ones that are like on my immediate radar. Oh, this one. Okay, so this one, let's see, how do I cover up? I'll cover up the instructions. This one, it's called the Granny Star Quilt. Yeah, that Granny Star Quilt is like the first on my list to make. So anyways, if you are a quilter or just love looking at quilt books, this is an excellent one. There are so many. I also love the cover quilt, this kind of Irish chain quilt with the various backgrounds. I want to make this as well. So got this book. And then I think this is my last piece of haul. We're reaching the end. I got a big order from Fat Quarter Shop because I needed a few things and I wanted to try out Lori Holt's double-ended zippers. And not double-ended, there's two zipper heads, they meet in the middle. She shows these in her project bag tutorial, and I decided I would try using them in my project bags and see how I like it because yeah, they look great. And I also love the By Annie zippers that do the same thing. So anyways, I saw these were in stock, so I grabbed the Lori Holt ones. And I mean, they're all just like perfect colors. I also got, let me take it out of the packaging. Well, it's folded up anyways. I got this Christmas stitched tea towel by Fig Tree Fabrics. So it's just a printed tea towel that looks like it's been cross stitched, and I thought it was beautiful. And I love, I have a lot of decorative Christmas tea towels that I like to put in my kitchen at Christmas. So anyways, I got this one to join with the others. And then I got some fabrics. Let me take these out of the plastic. Okay, let me see if I know what this fabric line is called. Dear Stella, I think this is the Nutcracker. Basically, I got a lot of fabrics from this Dear Stella line. I got this red and white stripe. I mean, it's kind of like an orangey red. I got this black print, and I got this white print, and then I got these guys, and I got so many. They're all like folded within themselves. I'm like, how many did I get? Oh, the answer is all of them. I got the blue and white stripe, the pink and white stripe, and then this kind of like pebbly print. So I have some ideas for some Christmas project bags, and I went overboard. I also got, oh yeah, I forgot I ordered these. I haven't opened this up since it came in the other day. In fact, Quarter Shop like stacks and folds, so sometimes you can't see what's all in the bag. And so like, I haven't even opened this. Okay, I got this amazing print. These next couple are from Ruby Star Society, Strawberry and Friends. The ironing board cover I have, the strawberry print, that is from Ruby Star Society, Kim Kite. And so she has a new line where she's releasing some new colors and old colors of that strawberry print. So if you're interested, run over and buy some before it sells out. But this is one of the plaids that's in that collection. And then I got the tiny baby strawberry version. Oh my God, this is my favorite. I'm obsessed. And I think that's the only two I got from that collection, because I still have a lot of scraps of her strawberry line in my collection. Oh, and then I got, oh my God, this is adorable. This is like a blush pink gingerbread print that I thought would be just, I don't know, fun to have on hand. So like I literally went insane buying fabric. Oops. Okay. Oh my God, there's more. What is this? Okay, I got two others from Kim Kite's strawberry line. I got this pink on pink seed yardage, and I got this pink on yellow seed yardage, or white, pink, and yellow. Oh my God. Okay. Oh no, there's one more piece. Okay. Oops. I think this is when we had just gotten home and we're still feeling crappy and testing positive. And I just kind of went insane online shopping. Oops. Okay, I also got this big panel from, let's see, it's Moda Fabrics Urban Chicks. So I got the big Santa panel because if you remember, I did the kitty corn quilt a while back, and I kind of want to do a similar quilt, but with Santa to hang up at Christmas. So anyways, I got the panel. He's huge and I love it. So at some point I will need to make a little Christmas quilt to go behind Santa so I can applique him on. Yeah, okay, that I think does all the haul. So let's do a giveaway before this video spirals into an hour and a half. Okay, so last video's giveaways were kindly provided by Deanna from Cherry Hill Stitchery, and she sent me two of her Bumblebees and Flowers Please chart, all kitted up with the DMC that you need. So I had two of these, and let's see if I can get to it quickly or not. No. I also had that little Bumblebee needle minder from Lori Holt that I will stick in one of the random packages, and then the other one will have one of my Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch needle minders. So the winners. Why am I thinking about this so hard? I guess I was going to say, I only have one of the Bumblebee needle binder, so that's got to be random. I'll just shove it in one of them. But if you would rather have, if you win and you would rather have my Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch needle binder, just put that in your email to me and I'll put one in there too. And you can both have one. Or if you'd rather the Bumblebee, I don't know. You could just tell me in your email. But I only have one Bumblebee, but I've got plenty of Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch needle binders. So the winners of these two charts are Christine Heavener and RC Stitches. So thank you guys so much for entering. If you could please send me an email, my email address is listed down below, and tell me where you want me to mail these to, and I will send you your charts. So yay, thank you for entering the giveaway. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. No time for ramblies. I gotta go edit this hour-long masterpiece. It won't be an hour by the time I edit it down, I know that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll probably see you in 2 weeks, I'm guessing. I think I'm gonna be doing every 2 weeks for now. So we'll see how it goes. See you in the next one. Bye.